kind of a really fun practice for me from a coaching standpoint. We covered a lot of different phases of the game. Obviously, we got a really cool goal line scenario done. We did a fringe red zone and 7-on-7. We had a move the ball period. We got an overtime period done. And then we had what would amount to a 4-minute scenario where the defense had to get a stop to get the ball back for the offense, which they were able to do to win the practice. So as much as it appears sometimes it looks like we're just running plays, that wasn't the case today. There was a lot of different scenarios that we were putting the guys in, and they responded really well today.
You look at the 4 weeks of practice. Is this defense performing kind of maybe past your expectations when you think about it?
No. We think we're going to be really good on defense. We want to be more aggressive, and I've said this at the end of the season. I said this after the season. I said this coming into spring. We want to be more aggressive. We want to be able to pressure the quarterback more. We want to be able to make it uncomfortable on quarterbacks. To do that, you have to cover really well. And our youthfulness from a year ago became invaluable experience that is now helping us right now. John Plattenberg, Adoree, Kevon, Leon, all those guys are the reps they got a year ago, and some growing pains that we had to endure a year ago are making us a better defense today, which is allowing us to do more up front, and it's making it harder on the offense.
How much is Sua a part of that?
Oh, he's had a great spring. He really has. I mean, he's just been so disruptive at the line of scrimmage. He's got a unique ability to rush the passer, but he's always around the ball. What I appreciate about Sua, which I think he's really excelled and changed his game, is his effort every play. I mean, the guy is just playing with amazing effort right now, which for us is what we critique first. But he's not just relying on ability and playmaking ability. He's doing it with effort too. That's why we're just seeing him around the ball so much.
Darius Rogers was kind of up and down last year. Are you seeing more consistency
Sure
out of him?
am. Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, Darius has been very consistent. I think the thing for Darius is, one, we have to know him. We have to learn him. We have to understand him. And two, he has to know himself. Darius isn't a speed burner. He is a physical, big guy that has to have the ability to make contested catches, one-on-one catches with bodies around him, with people around him. And that's what he's doing a lot more consistently this spring. He's winning one-on-one. When the ball's in the air, he's going up and catching the ball, and he can. He's really talented. He's got great hands. He's got really good body control, and it's showing up. He's making really good plays for us down the field one-on-one, and it's been effective. And we need him. We need him to be able to do that. If we're going to run the ball, that means we're going to get one-on-one scenarios outside, and then we have to play to the strengths of the people we have out there. If they're a big physical guy, you got to win one-on-one jump balls. If you're a speed guy, you got to be able to run by people, and Darius is winning the physical battles.
Ivan Lewis is a part of your success that a lot of people don't necessarily talk about.
I'm sorry, I missed the beginning.
I was going to say, Ivan Lewis is a guy who obviously plays a role in your guys' success. A lot of people don't talk about him, but he's someone who you made sure to bring with you when you came here. So what about him? You worked with a lot of strength coaches in your career. What does he do that's so special, and why? You know, what does he do specifically?
Well, I think the biggest thing is Ivan and I are on the same page. And in this day and age of college football, with the hours and how the NCAA operates, the strength coach is sometimes with our players more than the football coaches themselves. And so it's critical that the strength coach is really on the same page with the head coach and the position coaches. I think Ivan does a really good job of being position specific and really working with our players specific to the position and what they need to do to get better at their position. It's not just your cookie cutter workout routine. It is specific to what they need to do to get better, but I also think he's a great motivator. I think he relates to the players really well. In my opinion, Ivan is the best in the business. He was regarded that a year ago by his peers. They voted him the National Strength Coach of the Year, so we're fortunate to have him.
What do you say from Chris Hawkins in his transition?
Well, I think the biggest thing from Chris is he's got a very high football IQ. He gets the game. He understands the game. Again, he's another guy. I'm remiss. I should have mentioned him when I talked about the other guys. Some growing pains a year ago, you know, that he had to endure, that we had to endure, but it's making him a better player today. That experience was invaluable for him. He's moved to the safety spot. He understands the game really well. We're able to play a little bit more man-to-man because he can cover the slot one-on-one. And then he's relying on his experience, and he's relying on his football IQ to play faster, which is important, and he's doing a great job of that.
He and Plattenberg both have high football IQ. You mentioned them too. How does that change the dynamic of things that you can do?
Well, at the safety position, it's critical because we rely on those guys to communicate a bunch, and they make a lot of the calls for us based on the formations that we get, based on the personnel groupings that we get on the field, and we count on the safety to make specific calls to adjust the defense to fit what we're getting at a specific time. And so when you have two guys back there that really get it, and Leon when he's going too, when we can get to our dime package, when all three of them are out there and they're communicating really well, that's when we're good on defense, because that means everybody's on the same page.
What did you see from the quarterbacks, particularly in the last 20 minutes?
Well, they made some big plays. You know, I thought they made some really good throws down the field. You know, we're an offense that obviously we pride ourselves on our efficiency and our ability to play catch and to get completions within the 10 to 15 yard range. But if we don't throw it down the field, then people are going to keep squeezing us and squeezing us. So we have to throw the ball down the field to make people honest. And I thought today, later in practice, we did a good job of throwing it down the field. Max made a couple nice throws. Cody did too. It's unfortunate Juju, doesn't make the catch in the end zone. I thought it was a heck of a throw by Cody there as well. So that part's critical, and we just got to keep pushing it. We got to keep pushing their pocket presence. We're really trying to minimize our sack numbers, trying to get their anticipation better, and I think that's growing. We didn't take any unnecessary sacks today, which for us is key. We want to stay ahead of the chains. We don't want to be in second long and third long scenarios.
Justin said the big decision to make on defense is, can you cover man and press? Have you had enough, information now?
I think so. I think so. And I think that our guys are playing really confidently. Like I said, I don't want to be redundant here, but we endured some growing pains a year ago. From whether we got beat, whether we got some penalties, whether we decided not to play man and play softer and gave up some completions that, sure, we all want to be more aggressive at the critical moments. Well, to do that, you have to have confidence. And I think we're gaining confidence as the days go on. All of that, we've got one more week to go, but all that has to start back over again when we come back in August with some new younger guys, continuing to build with these players when we get back in August with them. But it's about confidence. It's about believing in yourself, believing in the scheme, playing that press man coverage, knowing and counting on the guys that they're going to get to the quarterback, that ball is going to come out, and when the ball does come out, to be confident in your ability to go make the play and not panic.
Good.